What up, vape fans? Terry, Unique Vape Innovations here. It's time to do another super build. I went last night and I picked up this 454 big block. It's got this neutral ring on it that you drop down rather than putting everything under a screw. I've never built on this tank, but looking at it, it's telling me to build my favorite 24 gauge parallel runs, vertical, 4 of them. And I think that's gonna fog it up. So let's get to it. Here we go, here we go. Alright, so I've got my 24 gauge. We're going to spin her up. Four wraps. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, so here again is that neutral bar. That positive bar is going to be some tight getting 4 in there, but we'll make it happen. I have not built on this tank, so it's kind of live television. Figure it out as you go. So the question is, does a guy leave that bottom lead to just go straight over to the neutral bar? And I'm guessing no, because that's just going to get right in the way of everything else. So I will go ahead and give her a Yahoo. But I'm thinking I am going to like this complete circled neutral bar. I think that might be a good idea. Pop that down for a sec. And I will give it a little jaunt over, just because that's where the screw is going to go, and try and keep them in between the screws. And same thing here. Try and keep her away from the screws. I am starting to get a little bit more accustomed to building with a camera in my way. That is a little different. So we will get these leads a little shorter. Alright, next let's attempt to get this second batch of wires through there. She's gonna be tight. The whole build is gonna kind of be flimsy until you get that neutral and the negative lead on there, negative grommet. So, wow. And that might be a good thing. I'm just looking, that's fine for this coil I'm installing right now. But in the final coil, you know what, I'm going to take and bring this coil over to here. And then that should make everything happy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that center screw back in now. Just going to barely snug that up for now. I do want to bring this guy, tighten this guy back up. Okay, so I do want to bring this coil over to here. My bad. And then we'll be fine for this guy. It looks like there's going to be a lot of cleanup to do on this thing, but that's alright. Thankfully, that broke with enough length on it. Otherwise, you might have heard me swear. Let's get that negative bar on here so that we can clean that up. Now I've intentionally left those 4 leads a little bit long just because of the amount of cleanup that I do need to do on here. I'm not familiar with this tank. I'm not kind of figuring some things out as I go here on this thing, so. Alright, so I didn't think you'd want to see me fiddling with putting screws in. So basically I put everything under, got her bolted down. there's not a lot of cleanup that you can do on something like this, just because the bottom of the coil, it's so far down in that tank, and it's just so full in there that to get access in there is it's tough. So I'm still gonna, once I flash it on my mod, I'm gonna try and clean it up the best I can still. But where are we sitting, Terry? We're sitting at 0.01 ohms. I mean, that's a beast. So let's throw her on a mod and flash this thing. And I will admit, 454, that for just a regulation size tank, that's a whole lot of twists in jamming it in there for just a regulation style come in the box RDA. So let's see what we can do here. There's the problem. Just that heating up, cooling down, heating up, cooling down. Alrighty, so as far as wicking this bad boy, I think what we want to do, because those coils are going quite deep down into the tank, I think what we're going to do is just get it put through. Just get it put through, and then we'll make our mushroom on the top. Because this is just a little bit too hard to, I mean, you just can't get down in there even with the super scissors. So we'll just get it put down there. So that's touching the bottom, starting to bunch up on the bottom of the tank now there. So we'll leave that alone now. And then I will get some cotton into the bottom of it, but it's not going via the coil, that's for sure. Okay, well, that was tedious and long. So basically all I ended up doing with that was I took and went one end of the cotton into one, with the other end of the same cotton into the other. Same thing here. Sorry. Same thing here. One end of the cotton into each coil. One end of the cotton into each coil, and brought it down. And this guy here, I'm leaving it long, giving it a twist, and just going over top. And then I just took and filled the bottom in with cotton, still trying to keep in mind my path of airflow. So let's see how this beast goes about doing his business here. I actually really like the mushroom top. Those are my sound effects. Give her a little more shot here, just to tell her I love her. Alright, so we'll try this bad boy. Sure, we've got it. Go down all 4 air holes open. Normally I like to take that mouthpiece out. I'm going to try it with it in, but no, I'm not. Let's get rid of that thing. Let's and tight on there. Now I'm not hammering down. Oh, that's actually pretty good juice. I haven't tried that before. Definitely not a walk around mod, a walk around build. I think I'll go buy some groceries and take this knock you on your ass tank with you. But sitting around the office, yes sir. Now that's a 12. That's a 12, so I'm not going to go nuts, but yeah, that's a fog machine. Alright, over and out. Happy vaping to all. Until next build.